Maradona, lo marcan dos, pisa la pelota Maradona, arranca por la derecha el genio del fútbol mundial, y deja el tercero a tocar para Borruchaga, siempre Maradona, genio, ta, 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 ta.
Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ballchat at the World Cup, at the FIFA World Cup 2022. My name is Benton Lawson. We're going to take a look at another team in this episode of the FIFA World Cup 2022. And tonight, today's episode, we'll focus on the Netherlands, aka Clockwork Orange, aka Orange, the Netherlands. A few years ago, Jose Mourinho, coach at Manchester United at the time, made this famous statement in a press conference about football heritage. He spoke at length about football heritage. The Netherlands is football heritage, football family. This is a country that is rich with football pedigree. Now let's take a look at the Dutch football heritage, or the football history of the Dutch team at the FIFA World Cup. The team that has been to many World Cups. Always a bride and never a bridesmaid. Always a bridesmaid and never a bride. That's the saying. Always runners up. Runners up in 1934 and 1938. Runners up in 1974 and 1978. They were eliminated in the round of 16 in 1934. Round of 16 eliminated in 1990. Quarterfinals in 1994. Fourth place in 1998. Runners-up, round of 16 elimination in 2006. Runners-up in 2010. And third place in 2014. Football heritage, family. I mean, the Dutch, the Netherlands is a football heritage. I cannot emphasize this anymore. They did not qualify for the 2018 World Cup, and I'm excited to see this team play football at this edition of the FIFA World Cup. All right, let's take a look at the group that the Netherlands is slotted in, or was drawn in. Netherlands are drawn in Group A, and they will compete with the likes of host Qatar, Senegal, and Ecuador. Surely the Netherlands must be able to win this group, family. Host Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal are the teams that are in Group A that will compete with the Netherlands. All right, the schedule for the Netherlands as they rose into Qatar 2022, their schedule looks something like this. The Netherlands will kick off their FIFA World Cup 2022 on Monday, November 21st. They will kick off against the African champions Senegal. Then on Friday the 25th, they will play Ecuador, and they will wrap up their group play on the 29th against Qatar. Now, football family, if the Netherlands does not make it out of this group, this would be seen as a catastrophic failure. Big failure. Big failure. All right. Players that are going to be critical for this Netherlands team at this edition of the FIFA World Cup. Players that are going to be critical. There are so many players that I could have called. But most importantly, I think the players that are going to be critical is Virgil van Dijk, the captain, his leadership. And yes, defensively at Liverpool, he looks a bit suspicious at late. But his leadership is going to be critical. And the baller himself, the one, Mr. Frankie de Jong, is going to be critical in that midfield. So two players I want to highlight. Of course, there are many more players that I could have highlighted, because ultimately the objective of the game is to score goal. And Memphis Depay, the leading goal scorer for this edition of this team, his form is suspect. He's also injured. But I think the Dutch and Netherlands can also find goals from other sources. We have Cody, also other players. Cody Gopak, who is also much talked about, who people are looking at. So we'll see what will happen with this Netherlands team. All right. As I said at the top of the show, at the beginning of the show, football heritage. the best, the most famous, and one of the greatest footballers of all time came out of the Netherlands and is regarded as general, the man who has revolutionized football, the one and only Mr. Johan Cruyff. Johan Cruyff is one of the legendary football. When you talk about football heritage, Johan Cruyff have revolutionized football. So big up, this watching old videos of Johan Cruyff played was just really, really, really refreshing and entertaining for the pure football fans. So when you talk about football heritage again, the Netherlands is exactly an epitomized football heritage. All right, big moments in Netherlands football history at the World Cup. And of course, they won the European Championship in 1988. That's outside of the World Cup. We're just going to look at big moments or big goals at the FIFA World Cup, and probably one of the goals of the century, or one of the goals of the World Cup, came from the Netherlands team, and it was scored by the one and only, the general himself, the man himself, the one at Mr. Dennis Bergkamp. And the commentary, I am so disappointed I cannot play this commentary because of copyright issues. The commentary by Jack Gilder on YouTube is absolutely amazing. But basically, this was the 2-1 defeat of Argentina at the 1998 World Cup. Frank de Boer with the ball on the left, long pass on the right side to Dennis Bergkamp, who cuts inside Ayala and put it in the back of the net. And the commentator went wild. He was like, Dennis Bergkamp, oh, Dennis Bergkamp. But that was one of the goals. That is one of the goals of the World Cup, family. Beautiful goal. But so there you have it. The Netherlands at the FIFA World Cup. We just want to remind you of their schedule, what they look like. The Netherlands will kick off on Monday against the Senegalese team. Monday, November 21st, 11 a.m. Then they will take on Ecuador on Friday the 25th. Louis van Gaal's outfit then will wrap up group stage against Qatar on Tuesday, November 29th. They must exit this group. Key players: Virgil van Dijk, Frankie de Jong, football heritage. This is a big team, big players, big coach. Of course, Louis van Gaal coached the team at the 2010 World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. All right, leave a comment, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts on the Netherlands. Is it their time? Will they win this World Cup? Bless up yourself, family. I am looking forward to see Clockwork Orange. Happy to see Clockwork Orange back at the FIFA World Cup. You can connect with us on Ballchat Podcast on Instagram. We always will do wall-to-wall coverage of the FIFA World Cup.